No one saw this coming, or at least that's how it felt at first, because when the news finally dropped that Hailee Steinfeld and Josh Allen were expecting their first baby, the internet reacted like it came out of nowhere. But once people started looking closer, it became clear this wasn't some last-minute surprise. It was a secret hiding in plain sight. And the way it was revealed only made things more interesting. Instead of a flashy announcement or a headline-grabbing interview, the news slipped out quietly, almost casually. A soft moment shared online. No press tour, no dramatic captions, just enough to confirm what fans hadn't even realized they were supposed to be guessing. And that alone raised a question people couldn't stop asking. How long had this been kept under wraps? Because when fans went back and replayed the last few months, the signs suddenly felt impossible to ignore. Hailee had been noticeably quieter, fewer public appearances, fewer red carpets, the kind of absence that doesn't scream something's wrong, but instead whispers that something's changing. Some fans pointed out how she'd been choosing looser outfits. Others noticed how she seemed to step back just as her career momentum was still high. At the time, no one wanted to jump to conclusions, but after the announcement, timelines started lining up a little too well. Still, none of this happened in isolation, because the pregnancy news wasn't shocking just on its own. It was shocking because of how fast everything else happened before it. Their relationship moved quickly, faster than most people realized. From the moment they were first linked, things stayed quiet, no constant paparazzi photos, no oversharing. Then suddenly, they were married, and not long after that, preparing to become parents. To the outside world, it felt like entire chapters were skipped. But that speed may not have been impulsive, it may have been intentional. Both of them have always been guarded in different ways. Hailee has talked in the past about how fame can blur the line between public and personal life. Josh, on the other hand, lives under constant pressure in a league where every move is dissected weekly. Keeping things private wasn't just a preference, it may have been a strategy. And that might explain why the pregnancy stayed quiet for as long as it did. There's been a lot of buzz online suggesting they wanted this moment to stay theirs for as long as possible. No outside opinions, no speculation cycles, just time to adjust before the world weighed in. Nothing about that has been confirmed, of course, but the silence itself tells a story, especially in an era where celebrities often share everything in real time. But that silence also opened the door to new questions, especially about what comes next. For Hailee, fans immediately began wondering what this means for her career. She's been balancing acting and music for years, carefully choosing projects and stepping back when things felt overwhelming. Some reports claim upcoming timelines may shift. Others suggest she's simply prioritizing differently. Nothing has been officially announced, but the curiosity is there. Not because people doubt her ambition, but because becoming a parent changes everything. And she's not the only one stepping into unfamiliar territory. Josh Allen's world is built around performance, expectations, and constant scrutiny. Quarterbacks don't just play football, they carry franchises. And now he's preparing for a role that exists completely outside the stadium. Fans have already begun debating how fatherhood might affect his focus, his priorities, even his longevity in the league. Some see it as grounding, others wonder how he'll balance it all. But maybe that's the wrong way to look at it. Because what's really striking about this story isn't the pregnancy itself, it's how carefully it was protected. In a world obsessed with instant access, they chose restraint, and that choice is exactly why the announcement hit so hard. It felt real, untouched by hype, almost fragile. And that's why people can't stop talking about it. This wasn't just celebrity news. It was a reminder that even the most visible people can still keep parts of their lives unseen. That not every major moment has to be marketed, and that sometimes the biggest reveals are the ones that don't try to be loud. Because in the end, the most surprising part of this story wasn't that they're expecting a baby, it's how much they managed to keep for themselves before the world ever knew. And that leaves one final thought hanging in the air. If this much happened quietly, what else have we completely missed?